How's it going, guys? It's your boy H-Dog, and I'm back here with another video. And recently, the United States Federal Trade Commission, or FTC, is starting an investigation into loot boxes. Recently, Chairman of the FTC, Joseph Simmons, addressed Senator Maggie Hassan during a hearing. She cited a report from Great Britain's Gambling Commission finding 31% of children open a loot box at some point. This lines up with other countries like Belgium, who has cracked down on loot boxes, along with Japan, Netherlands, and other countries as well. Hassan said, quote, "Given the seriousness of this issue, I think it's time for the FTC to investigate these mechanisms to ensure that children are being adequately protected and to educate parents about the political addiction or other negative impacts of these games. Would you commit to undertaking this project and keeping this committee informed about it?" To which Simmons responded with a simple yes without going into any detail. Hassan added, quote, "Loot boxes are now an endemic in the video game industry and are present in everything from casual smartphone games to the newest, highest budget releases, and represent a $50 billion industry by the year 2022. The ESA sent a response to Polygon, quote, "Loot boxes are not gambling. They have no real world value. Players always receive something that enhances their experience, and they are entirely optional to purchase. They can enhance the experience for those who choose not to use them, but have no impact choose to use them, but have no impact on those who don't." This is just the same thing they've been saying over and over again, but it is about as pointless as EA saying we're looking into it and taking feedback when really we know that's bullshit. Now, if I was to break this response down myself, loot boxes are not gambling. They've said that before. But if they're really not gambling, then they wouldn't have gotten removed from Battlefront 2, Shadow of War, or banned from Belgium, or have other countries either set their own laws or regulations against them, or with gaming commissions around the world launch investigations, or state lawmakers in the United States like Chris Lee pushing laws against them as well. If they wasn't gambling, why would these people be fighting so hard to get rid of them? And when they say they have no real world value, they do, because some of them can be exchanged for real world money, thus giving them value. And saying that, oh, players always get something. But the thing is, though, what if that something is something you want? Like, if you grind 50 hours for a skin, and that skin, like, let's say you get that loot box and you don't get that skin, you could be really pissed, right? And saying that they're optional to purchase, sure. If you want to be technical, sure. Technically speaking, loot boxes are optional, but they don't feel optional for the people who want to get all those skins, get all those guns, make yourself look like a badass. It don't feel optional because the grind level can go from 0 to 1,000 real quick, making you want to try to, give you the shoulder, saying, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and swipe that card?" And saying that they could enhance the experience for those who choose to use them and have no impact on those who don't. It doesn't enhance anything. If anything, it really, feeds into addiction tendencies, mainly gambling tendencies, with not just children who can run up their parents' credit card bill as high as they want, to people who's like really dealing with gambling addictions. It could really fuck with them in the long term. Now, for the ones who, and it has no impact on those who don't. Now, as far as that goes, sure, I could sit here and say it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my experience, depending on a game. It really is a game by game basis when it comes to that it wouldn't affect me. But just because something does not affect me, does not affect my experience, does not mean it won't affect your experience or your cousin's experience or your family member's experience or vice versa. And that's just, you breaking this down is like telling you it's the same old bullshit that the ESA keeps saying time and time again. And we know they really don't want to do shit about it. They think that it's just the problem's just gonna go away overnight. But you would think with the FTC looming, they would back down and start to self-regulate. And not to worry, because it's safe to say that the loot boxes this year have been on the decline, have been on ice this year as far as like big games go. Now sure, you can call FIFA a big game. You can call, I don't know if Black Ops 4 has loot boxes. Someone in the comments can inform me if they do. But in terms of sports games and stuff like that, they're probably in there, most likely, especially with the Ultimate Team, they're in there. But when it comes to like the big AAA games, the story-based games, the open world games and stuff like that, they aren't prevalent as they were a year ago compared to this year, compared to this fall, to be more particular. It's getting close to where loot boxes get outright banned, either by more governments or by the ESRB finally listening to good reason and doing something about it. A solution would be if there's enough pressure applied, they will hit games with loot boxes with an adults only rating, as they should. Like I've been saying time and time again on this channel, that games with loot boxes need to get hit with an adults only rating. Because if you go look at the ratings board for the ESRB's website, it clearly says in black and white that adults only games have gambling with real world money in them. And I don't know how the ESRB can say it's not gambling when it's all there on your own damn website in black and white, written there. And I've said that before, and I'll continue to say it until the ESRB does their fucking job or the government does it for them. Because something's got to give eventually. Whether if the ESRB finally gets enough heat on their neck to ban loot boxes, or you have enough countries in the world in unison who get together and outright ban loot boxes, and game companies just do not put them in their games anymore. Would it cost them money? In short, no. In long, maybe. But I don't think it would cost them enough money to send them into economic distress or something like that. And if they want to have loot boxes in their games, just make your games free to play. Like, I think all sports games should be free to play now, because it has this free-to-play economy with aggressive microtransactions and or loot boxes. So make them free-to-play, and no one is going to want to come after your precious booty boxes. Simple as that. But anyway, as for companies like EA, they need to back off, because taking on the Belgian government is one thing, but the US government as well is outright insane. Assuming if the FTC investigation goes that far into where they want to proceed in banning loot boxes. But with that being said, what do you think about the FTC investigating loot boxes? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And I will have a link in the description box if you want to read the full article from Polygon, as well as my Twitter handle. Check me out on there at HStarGaming, all one word. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to stay updated on other gaming news. And till next time, I'm out, gamers. Peace.